Y'all suck. You play like garbage. You're trash. You can't close out. You can't rotate. You can't make layups. You can't rebound. You can't block. You can't do anything on the basketball court, and you want to go around, oh, let me just lay it up. Lay it up. Oh yeah. I scored 23 points. Yeah. Getting that money, huh?
Let me take you to a place where we never can be found. On the edge of Carolina where the sun come out the ground. No nobody, just nobody, only broken hearts allowed. Right outside of Savannah, about an hour from the town.
Oh, boys. Alright, hello everyone, it's Everything But City here. Back again with another video. What an absolute joke. What an absolute joke. We got a couple things to get into here right now. So number one, I'm going to start out with Bally Sports. Okay? Number one, Bally Sports. Just give it up. Just descend into irrelevancy. Just delete. I'm Jeff Hardy or one of the Hardy brothers. You know what I'm talking about. Delete, because they are horrible. It's been 3 days and the servers have been down and I have to stream the games and they buffer like nobody's business. It's ridiculous. Anyways, the Charlotte Hornets fall to the winless, well now they do have a win, but the winless Houston Rockets 129 to 119, even though that wasn't really the score because LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier both decided to stat pad, add a couple points to their total. Very interesting. I don't get it. I don't get it. LaMelo Ball, I gave him a lot of crap last game, and for most of this game, it was the same. We're going to go through each quarter real quick, what he did. 7 minutes in the first, had 2 points and 2 assists, and was 1 for 2 from the field. -7 on his plus-minus with 50% true shooting. Second quarter, he was 1 for 2 shooting, 2 points, and 2 assists. And he also had a steal. Then in the third quarter, he had 2 points and nothing else, except for a couple fouls and 3 turnovers, and was 0 for 4 from the field. Then in the fourth quarter, he came alive when we needed him for the most part. I would say about either 2 of those points or 4 of those points are basically null and void. So just -4 or 2 from 13 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist. 71% shooting. He was trying to get to the cup. He was driving very well at the end of that fourth. Had 2 big-time threes to give us back in the game. Actually had a chance, but it seemed like we would get there and then we just let it go immediately. We would cut it down to 5, they'd immediately go on a run, make it a 12-point game, and it just was back and forth all game, man. So LaMelo Ball, to me, if you watch the game, he did not play well. Let's just keep it a band, let's keep it real. Had a great fourth quarter, but other than that, you expect more from your franchise player, and this is just not going to get it done. You're not going to win any games playing like this at all. The defense is absolutely awful. There were multiple times. It seems like always it's LaMelo Ball on closeouts, on rotations. It was LaMelo Ball and I believe Gordon Hayward. They had a player wide open at the top of the key. Neither of them rotated. Neither of them communicated. You could see their hand gestures. There was nothing. And there was one play with LaMelo Ball where I think it was Jalen Green had a wide open 3 off of a switch, and LaMelo Ball just puts his hand up and then just kind of like does what my dad did when he was like 75 years old and I was like a 10-year-old, forcing me to shoot. Like, I bet you won't shoot it, man. I bet you won't shoot it. Like that. Like, come on now. This isn't the playground. Play some defense, dude. And then Terry Rozier again. It was miscommunication. No rotations. This team is making errors that it shouldn't. An NBA team that's trying to compete shouldn't be making. And don't blame Steve Clifford for that. That's on personnel. That's personnel. That's on the players. That is not on the coach. Any NBA player should know, hey, I need to communicate. Hey, I need to rotate. That is what defense is about. It's communication. And this team failed on defense, allowing 128 points to the Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets, we allowed them to shoot 56% from 3. They got to the free throw line 23 times, and they shot over 50% from the field. You're not going to win any games like that. We committed 16 turnovers in this game. We shot 40% from 3, only connecting on 11 compared to their 21. This is the modern NBA. That is not going to work, sir. Not at all. And we're just going to go on down the list real quick of the performances, because there are a couple that were good, and there were a couple that were and then there were a couple that were bad. Gordon Hayward, I thought he played mid. It was mid because, yes, 6 for 11. You know, you look at the stats, 17, 7, 5, a steal, and a block. But the issue was defensively. There were multiple times when he was on the court, and I will give Gordon Hayward this credit, though. When he was on the court, that's when we came back, right? And I think he's a very important piece to this team. But defensively, there were just some communication errors from everyone. You're not going to win any games like that. And I'm very anxious to see what Steve Clifford says. I will be watching that press conference later in the day. But, yeah, I expect better from Gordon Hayward. P.J. Washington, 23 points, 3 rebounds, 8 for 13, 5 for 6 from 3. He had a great game. Great game offensively. He was the one guy where it was really Terry Rozier and P.J. Washington at one point in the game where I was like, these two are the ones who came to play. Amazing game offensively. There were some question marks defensively. I think he could have played a lot better defensively. And I know P.J. Washington has that ability to be an impact player on the defensive end. Terry Rozier. He was 10 for 21 points, even though there was 2 points in garbage time. I don't know what's up with this team trying to stat pad at the end of the game. Y'all suck. You play like garbage. You're trash. You can't close out. You can't rotate. You can't make layups. You can't rebound. You can't block. You can't do anything on the basketball court, and you want to go around, oh, let me just lay it up. Lay it up. Oh yeah. I scored 23 points. Yeah. Getting that money, huh? I wanted to say something, but I'm not going to say it. No. That pisses me off. It makes me so angry. Play like that when the game is on. Anyways, Terry Rozier, 10 for 21, but 1 for 6. He just could not buy a 3. Jesus Christ. And Terry Rozier shoots sometimes. It's these 3-point shots in the corner. They're like fadeaways, like sidestep fadeaways. They look good when they go in, but by God, if they don't, it just aggravates me. And even worse is this Terry Rozier iso ball. What the hell are you doing? Is he Kemba Walker? I'm just asking. That's like asking Michael Kidd-Gilchrist to run isolation. That's like asking Nicholas Batum to run isolation. It's not going to work. He might score, but we're going to get outscored because he's an inefficient ISO playmaker right now. This season. Preface this. Everything I say, I don't give a damn about injuries. I don't give a damn about none of that. I'm looking at what you're doing this season. And I do have a little bit of leeway with LaMelo Ball. But this game, the fourth quarter, that's what I expect. Even though he's hurt, he was able to make an impact in that fourth quarter. The other 3 quarters, he was a no-show. He was an absolute no-show. If LaMelo Ball was able to play consistent over the last 3 quarters, then I would fully give his props and not raid in on his parade. But he didn't. So I hope Steve Clifford fixes that. That should not be a thing. In this Teo Maledon and LaMelo Ball lineup, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Who in their right mind looked at Teo Maledon last year and said, oh, I see a spot-up shooter here. I see Malik Monk. I see Kevin Huerter in this guy. What? Oh my God. I'm gonna move on. Because this is aggravating. This is just, it doesn't make any sense. You're 1-3. How? You have an easy start of the season. This isn't even the hard part. Fucking mess. Jesus. Anyways, let's move on. To our starting center, who our great Steve Clifford decided to play 25 minutes. Thank you. You're really helping us against Sengun in the middle. Thank you. 9 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks. It's almost like, he played very well, but maybe if, he was on the court, maybe that would help. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. I mean, he had 0 fouls. There's absolutely no reason. Nick Richards is playing like garbage. Why is he getting minutes? Why? Legit, why? Why is this happening? I know when you look at the stats, you're going to look, 10-8. What are you talking about, UBC? Are you even watching the games? I'm talking about defensively. Okay? Yes, he had 4 blocks, but those are usually on... it's clogged up in the middle, and people are going up, or Jalen Green was inefficient, just stupid drives, and he's able to get blocks. I mean, -9 when he was on the court, 3 for 6 from the field, 10-8. I want to see more of Mark Williams. But if Nick Richards, if he's able to play like this and have a little bit more consistency inside, a little bit more consistency defensively on the interior, then I will be fine with Nick Richards. JT Thor, solid. I'll take a 2-4, 1 for 3 from the field. 3 steals is the big thing. 3 steals and a block. He was actually having an impact. There was a couple of defensive possessions earlier in the game that I just did not like. But 5 and 5, 3 steals, 1 block. I will take that from JT Thor. Okay, if he can do that, I'll take it. Brandon Miller. Now, Brandon Miller did not have a crazy game. Okay. Like LaMelo Ball, he was very quiet because of foul trouble for him. He had foul trouble early in that first half, so he had to sit out the entire second. But when we needed a bucket in that corner, on that corner 3, he knocked it down. And that's great to see from your rookie, and you saw him get hype about making that shot because we were like down 2 then, but then our starters could not close out the deal. And Teo Maledon, our last guy we're going to talk about. His plus-minus was +4, but Jesus Lord, man. 28% from the field, 2 for 7, 1 for 2 from 3. He made his first 3-pointer. Dog shit. Ass. Terrible. Jesus Lord. Put Ish Smith in there. You know what? Start Ish Smith. Put LaMelo Ball on the bench and let Ish Smith run the offense. We might have won this game. I'm joking. For all the LaMelo Ball stands, everyone who's... hey, stop talking crap about LaMelo Ball. Hey, he's hurt. Guess what? Guess what? I don't give a shit. I don't care. Anyways, what are some things from this game that we can take and say, hey, this team could have won this game if we would have done this? Number 1 on the board is perimeter defense. Perimeter defense, straight up. Most of these games, even you look at the Nets game, really what it was is we were trading 2s for 3s. We don't have the best 3-point shooters right now. Okay? This season, we don't have the best 3-point shooters. We don't have Cody Martin, who was a 38% three-point shooter. We don't know if he's ever going to play again. Terry Rozier has not looked the same from 2 years ago. Gordon Hayward, not the same player. Brandon Miller's a huge upgrade. Three-point shooting we need. But LaMelo Ball's been inconsistent because of injuries. But still, he's been inconsistent. I got to call it for what it is. I got to call a spade, right? I mean, we've seen countless players be able to be efficient when hurt. It's happened. People have played through injuries and played well. And when you're a max dollar guy, there's other ways you can get involved in the offense. So rotations is a big thing for me. Next game I'm going to look at. I expected by now for us to be 2-2 on my prediction, which right now we're 1-3. So they have to make up the next. They got to win 2 games in the next about 3 for them to stay on track for what I was expecting, which is some tough games coming up here. I think other than that, man, that's about it. That's about all the takeaways from this game. We need better three-point shooting. We don't need better three-point shooting, right? We don't need people who can make it, whatever. We need efficient three-point shooting. We need efficient scoring. People get confused and look at, he scored 23 points, but what the hell? What was his shot attempts? What was his percentage shooting? You need efficiency on your shots. I mean, we got 6 more shot attempts than the Rockets, but we made just as much as they did. We shot 10 less threes than them. We made 10 less threes than them. That's just not going to get it done. That's not how you win now. So a lot of questions already early. I know it's early in the season, but it's make or break it. Already. Because right now, these first 25 games are important. These first 10 games are important. You have to go in 4-6, 5-5, 6-4. No if, ands, buts about it. That has to be the record. And right now, this team is looking like they can't even beat some of the worst teams in the league. Like, the Rockets have the worst record in the league. They lost to the Magic. Terrible. Anyways, this is everything Buzz City here. I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope I made you laugh a little bit. Hope you guys enjoyed your time. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button. 85 subscribers. We're making big moves in the community, baby. Anyways, everything Buzz City here. I'm out. Peace, boys.